So let's assume now that you have two arrays, two-dimensional arrays, and you want to add both the arrays, right? Something like this. So for example, you have this one array. There is another array, this one, and you want to add both the arrays. So how it will happen mathematically? It's like this value will be added to this, and it will be stored in another third array, right? This particular value, let's say this is 5. Let me change something here. Let's say this is 7. So this one, which is A1, A00, sorry, A10. So let's assume the array name is A, or let's change the name as X. So if I want to get this 5, it is basically X10, because that is at one row, right? This is 0. If you are thinking that this is 1, no, this is not 1. See, these are the row numbers, okay? But in programming, this is 0th row, this is first row, okay? So X0, sorry, X10, it will be like this. 5 plus 7, and this is, let's say this is Y. So this will be Y10, because this is 0th column. That will be stored, let's say 12. It's like this. So the problem is this, where you want to store from, you want to add two arrays and store it in another array, which is two-dimensional array. So programmatically, if you want to do, uh, keeping it simple as of now, let's take it 2 by 2 array, 2 rows, 2 columns. What you can do, you can declare the arrays like this, where there is no value. If you want to accept all the values, you can use 2 times for loop. Why we are doing it? Because the external for loop will keep track of rows. The internal for loop, which is line number 16, will track of columns. Okay. So in that way, you will store the values, whatever user will provide at the runtime, and then enter the values for the second array. Same thing. So our first array name is P, second array name is Q. So Q of XY, automatically you will store all those values. And then this is the logic to add. This is the logic to add the, you know, matching position values. R of XY is equals to P of XY plus Q of XY. Nothing to mug here, nothing to, you have to remember this. It's not like this. It's very logical. Once you will understand about nested looping, right, and why this is required, you will be able to understand why we are doing this. Okay. Then we are just showing the result. This is to perform the addition in the background. And this one is the result once it is added. Okay. So if I'll run this program, it is asking me enter values for first array. So I'm providing you, let's say 2, 5, 3, 8 first. Second, let's say I'll provide 0, 4, 3, 9, something like this. It is saying me the result is 2, 9, 6, 17. Why it is like that? Because this two values, this first two value will go to the first row, this will go to the next row. Okay, 2 by 2 array. So this 2 is added to 0. So the answer will be 2 here. This 5 will get added to 4, which is 9 here. This 3 will get added to this 3, which is 6 here. This 8 will get added to 9, which is 17 here. So the final array, which will be again 2 by 2 array, will be like this. Okay. You have to do practice about how we have taken the values. If you see here, this for loop is starting from 0. Fine, x is 0. 0 is less than 2. Fine, it will go inside. Y is 0. Y is less than 2. Fine, it will come here. So as of now, when you are coming at this point, the value of x is also 0, y is also 0. So P of 0, 0. So what you are putting here, when you are entering this 2, right, it will go to the P00. Okay, P00. Then this statement is done. So, but this for loop is not done. This for loop is not completed yet, right? This for loop will be completed only when y will become 2. Y is still, it's 0. Now it will become 1. Now, if you reach to 1 is less than 2, true. So it will come here. Now the value of x is 0, y is 1. So x of 1, sorry, p of 0, 1 means at the 0th row, first column. Let's understand when I'm saying first column, it's not first. Position wise, it's the second. I've already made you understand that the array indexes starts with 0 to, let's say 0 to 1 it will go. When you have 2 rows, 2 columns, the index will go for row is 0 to 1 and column also 0 to 1. So in that way you will store it in 0 1 now. Then while will come 2 and you will come out of this for loop, you will come here and you will come here again, x will become 1. Now 1 is less than 2, true. It will come at line number 16. Y is 0 now. So again, it will be executed. 0 is less than 2. So P of what we say is x is now 1. This is 0. So 1 0 position will be filled, right? So 1 0 at the 1 0, 3 will go. Okay. 1 0, 3 will go. Then y will become 1. X is already 1. So now P11 will be 8. What you are putting it here will go to P11. Okay. That is how we will store all the values for the first array, which is P. Then the same thing you will repeat for array Q. And then you want to add both the things with this logic. Same thing. All the time you are passing it through rows and columns. So here, when you're putting the limiting condition, this will be the number of rows and this will be the number of columns. Okay. And then you are adding it. And then just to print it again, same for loop, same thing you are doing. Only thing is you are formatting it like you want to separate it by \t. A tab will be there when you are printing it. See here. And then once the first row you have printed, let's say you want to go to the next line. So you have put system.out.println. That's why it is printing on the next line, this 6 and 17. Okay. That's it about 2D array. So what we have done till now, we have understood about the array with the examples. Our next part is function. So that we will see now.